So here we are on the air live, and Rob Gronkowski is retired for a second time on his social media channels. He wrote, in college, I was asked to write about a dream job opportunity that I wanted to pursue and where the location would be. Every time I had to write about my future, no matter what, I picked being a professional football player. For that assignment, though, we had to pick the location. So I wrote that I wanted to play in Tampa for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for many reasons, the sunny weather being number one. I completely forgot about writing this report until 2 years ago when I had the opportunity to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And let me tell you, the journey in Tampa over the last 2 years has blown away what I originally wrote about in college big time. And for this, I want to thank the whole entire first-class Buccaneers organization for an amazing ride, trusting me to come back to play and help build a championship team. I will now be going back to my retirement home, walking away from football again with my head held high, knowing I gave it everything I had, good or bad, every time I stepped out on the field. The friendships and relationships I've made will last forever, and I appreciate every single one of my teammates and coaches for giving everything they had as well, from retirement back to football and winning another championship, and now back to chilling out. Thank you to all Buccaneers fans, the crew. Without you guys, none of this is possible. All of you brought it every game. Thank you for all you do. Cheers to what's next. Maybe sailing the seas. And then he wrote, "Arg."
He left something out.
What is the?
Gronk is the best, man. Just what a legend.
He retires for the second time at age 32. And let's go down the list here. First team All-Pro in 2011, 2014, 15, and 17, 5 Pro Bowls. Led the NFL in receiving touchdowns in 2011. He was the comeback player of the year in 2014 because he always got submarined in those knees. No one wanted to go high tackling Gronk ever. Named to the all-decade team of the teens. His name was, in fact, mentioned on the set with me and Chris Collinsworth and his head coach for so many years, Bill Belichick, and the NFL 100th all-time team, the NFL 100. He was on it, leaves the game with the most touchdowns by a tight end in postseason history, 15. That's the second most at any position, 7 behind only Jerry Rice. He's had the most 100-yard games by a tight end in NFL history, the most total touchdowns in a single season by a tight end in league history at 18 in 2011. His 92 total career touchdowns, 12th most in NFL history. Only Antonio Gates and Tony Gonzalez have more at the tight end position. And he's the only tight end in NFL history to post 3 seasons of 1,000 receiving yards and 10-plus touchdowns. He did that in 2011, 14, and 15. And he won 4 Super Bowls, including Super Bowl 55 in Tampa. He had 2 touchdowns in that game. Holy cow, what a career.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And he walks away, which is good to say, in the NFL at age 32, meaning he will go into the Pro Football Hall of Fame when he's 38.
Will he be the
37,
youngest
38?
ever? How old was,
I think LT was pretty damn young, and so was Marshall.
Jim Brown was probably pretty young, too.
I think so. As a first ballot Hall of Famer as well.
Yeah. Gronk is first ballot.
Oh, I mean,
yeah, for sure.
which means, you know what, if he just stuck out one more year, he'd play with Tom one more year, and it would be Tom and Gronk going in together.
You assume Tom's quitting.
Tom's not quitting. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There's 375 million reasons why.
Which ain't going anywhere.
But let's give Gronk his due. I mean, obviously, Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates are prolific at the tight end position. Shannon Sharp was terrific as well.
Yep.
But Gronk has the 4 rings.
Yep.
4 rings. Unguardable, unstoppable. In the red zone going up and he had just the ability to get open, too. It wasn't just him in the red zone. He and Tom Brady had a 6th sense, man. And as part of the reason why Brady was able to win so many championships in the back end of his career at the New England Patriots. He had those 3 out of the first 4 and then had a long drought. Gronk wasn't even on the team that went undefeated in the regular season in 2007. He showed up in 2010 out of Arizona. And by the way, what English class at the University of Arizona has people asking them to write an essay on what they want to be? It sounded like when he said that he wrote that in college, I'm like, that sounds like a third grade
Yeah, like
assignment.
elementary school.
What are we doing there in Arizona? What's up with that assignment? I never had that assignment. What do you want to be when I was at Michigan?
Adam Schefter tweeted out that
You were so like when I was in Michigan.
Drew Rosenhaus.
Hold on a minute. Wait before you get into what's the big
I'm
deal?
just saying that's it's kind of elitist the way
It
you
is
said
not
it.
elitist.
The way you say it sometimes, like when I was at Michigan.
Michigan people carry themselves with a certain level of
You know what?
thought about themselves.
Just because
I
you
think
guys
that's why
feel less than
That's why
about
he's so
what,
hurt that I like more than one college team.
No.
because-
I just don't make this about your problems about what you feel about your school and your education you got there, and make it sound like I'm trying to look down
I don't
at you.
have any
I'm
problems.
just saying when I went to Michigan, I never had that. I'm just mentioning my college. I didn't have it at Northwestern either.
Wow. Okay.
Those are the two schools I went to.
When I went to Yale
Excuse
and
me.
Harvard.
My God, I'm not Thurston Howell over here.
I mean, unbutton another button.
When I was rowing at Princeton.
Drew Rosenhaus texted Schefter and said it would not surprise me if Brady calls Gronk during the season to come back.
Of course.
And Rob answers the call. It's just my
Of
opinion.
course. Right now, Rob's like, do I want to go to training camp when it could be the summer of Rob? No. Is Rob going to just like suddenly just sit on the couch and get all, just eat 15 bags of hint of lime? He's not going to do that.
I don't think Gronk really wanted to come back in the first place.
I think Gronk absolutely wanted to come back in the first place. I think he wanted no part of New England, and New England wasn't going to just let him walk. I think he was done there. I think he was pissed about what? Trading the Lions? Remember that? All that business?
He was gonna go to the
He's
Lions.
not going to the Lions.
He was like,
not doing.
retiring.
Did he go send me to Detroit? What are you doing? Like, really? After I gave my knees, everybody's going low from my knees and low, my ankles, my knees. I gave up my thighs. I gave up everything for you, and you're going to send me to Detroit?
Isn't it funny how we
What?
put Michigan on the pedestal and then we immediately
It's in the
yank
state
it?
of Michigan.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like we
Well, I wasn't putting my school on a pedestal. It was your read of the situation.
where you weren't?
No, I was just mentioning where I went to school, which just happens to be an outstanding institution of higher learning that makes you consider your experiences less than, and that's a you problem, not a my problem.
Hey,
It's a YP, not an MP.
You weren't in Pittsburgh at Point Park when I was there.
I'm sure not.
We were throwing down.
I'm sure you were throwing down
Yeah,
academically and everything. Of course, you're a smart man,
You know,
successful man, a
we
smart
were in
man.
Michigan, but we did all
It's
right.
it's a YP, not an MP.
What is happening?
But what I'm saying to you is that Gronk doesn't want any piece of training camp sweating his ass off in Tampa. But if Rob gets a call from Tommy, hey, Tommy, calling up Rob. Tommy's calling up Gronk. He wants to get the gang back together on the lawn chairs around the floaty pool. Go snorkeling for W's.
He's definitely
Towards the end of the
calling him, right?
season, and Tommy's saying, hey, Gronky, I'm going to Fox, man. I'm going to Fox in like 6-7 weeks. Let's just do it one last time, and you come back. Guess what? Two of us, we're in together at our Hall of Fame party. Let's go to the Hall of Fame together. Let's go out champions together. Let's go to the Hall of Fame together. Let's go into the Hall of Fame together. Me and you, Tommy and Gronky, once again. You get the snorkel. I'll get the inflatable tub. The pool, let's go.
The floaties.
All right, what's more likely?
Fire the cannons.
What's more likely? What's more likely? Gronk comes back this year, or Brady retires after this year.
Oh,
that's a good one.
What's more likely is
well, Brady's not
both.
retiring. We
It's
know
both.
that.
Guys, there's a Fox contract, an insane amount of money waiting for him right now.
That's not going anywhere.
He wins. He's going to. Here's the deal. The Bucs are going to win their division, or they're going to be on their way to win the division, and there's going to be something going on at tight end that doesn't look like Tommy and Gronky. That's it. Tommy and Brady is Brady and Brady, as in Cameron. It's not. It just doesn't have the same ring to it.
I mean,
He's just going to call up Gronk and say, "Let's go out champs together. Then let's go into Canton together." That's a powerful, powerful argument. But in the meantime, vaya con Dios, Gronk, and arg to you.